Open your homework notebook to a new page. Write down the problem number or the learning outcome number. And then for this one, you're going to copy down the energy diagram that you have on your homework. So I'm going to make one up. Looks something like this, with reaction coordinate or reaction progress on the bottom axis, and you might have energy or delta H or delta G depending on your context on the y-axis, and then some labels like X, Y, and Z. All right. You need to know what different parts of this diagram mean and how you can use them to get some activities. So our first step, label the reactants, products, and transition state. So the reactants are the lowest point here on the left. There are X. The products are the lowest point here on the right, Z, and the transition state is the highest point, highest energy in the reaction, or Y in this case. Indicate if the reaction is endothermic or exothermic. All right, that's about the difference between reactants and products. Reactants are higher than the products. That goes down. So it's giving off energy as it goes from reactants to products. So it's exothermic in this case. Endothermic would go up to products. Draw arrows representing forward activation energy. So that's the level of our reactants up to the transition state. That's how much energy you need to give your reactants a chance to become products. They get up there and they can either become products or go back to being reactants. Now the reverse reaction also has an activation energy. That starts where the products are and goes all the way up to the top. That would be the activation energy of the reverse reaction or the backwards reaction. We also need an arrow for delta H of reaction. That is what tells us if it's endothermic or exothermic, and we already drew that arrow for the forward reaction. That's delta H of the reaction, and in this case delta H of the reaction is negative. It's less than 0, so that corresponds with exothermic. All right, we need to make some statements. Which of the reactants or products is higher in energy? So reactants are higher energy. And which is more stable? The lower energy is more stable. So products are more stable.